Life can feel heavy. It can feel like we are carrying a world of worries on our shoulders. Every day, we wake up with a list of things to do, a list of things to fix, a list of things to become. This pressure builds. It creates a constant hum of anxiety in the background of our lives. We feel we must have all the answers. We believe we must control every outcome. This need for certainty can be exhausting. It drains our energy. It steals our joy. It makes us forget that life is meant to be lived, not just managed. The weight becomes so familiar that we forget what it feels like to be light. We are taught from a young age to plan, to strategize, to look ahead. These are useful skills, but sometimes we take them too far. Overthinking is like a storm inside the mind. It starts with a single drop of worry, a small concern. That drop is joined by another, and another. A drizzle becomes a downpour. The winds of anxiety begin to howl. The thunder of self-doubt rumbles. We find ourselves trapped in a cycle of analysis. We examine every detail. We dissect every possibility. We search for a perfect solution that doesn't exist. This endless thinking doesn't bring clarity. It only brings more confusion. A fog so thick we cannot see the path ahead. We feel lost. This internal storm can make anxiety worse. This internal storm can make depression worse. When anxious, our minds are already on high alert. Overthinking adds fuel to that fire. It convinces us that our fears are certainties. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. We'll call her Maya. Maya was one of the kindest people I knew. She was one of the most intelligent people I knew. But on the inside, she was struggling. Her mind was a whirlwind of thoughts. She was a constant planner and a problem solver. She believed that if she could just anticipate every possible outcome, she could keep herself and her loved ones safe. She would spend hours planning her day down to the minute. She would worry about conversations that hadn't happened yet. She would analyze every small decision, from what to eat for lunch to which route to take to work, fearing she would make the wrong choice. So she tried to build a fortress of certainty around herself. She thought that by managing every detail she could prevent pain. But her fortress became a prison. The constant overthinking fueled her anxiety. For Maya, the turning point did not come with a loud crash or a dramatic event. It arrived quietly, like a whisper on the wind. One afternoon, she was just sitting by her window, watching a leaf fall from a tree. She watched it twist and turn, carried by the breeze. It did not fight the wind. It did not try to control its path. It simply surrendered and drifted gently to the ground. In that small, simple moment, something shifted within her. For the first time, she saw the beauty in letting go. She saw the grace in surrender. She was tired, so deeply tired of fighting, tired of the constant battle inside her head. In that moment of profound exhaustion, she made a choice. Not a grand declaration, but a quiet internal decision. She decided to stop fighting. Maya's journey of letting go didn't happen overnight. It was a process of taking small, gentle steps back to the present moment. She started with her breath. Whenever she felt the storm of anxiety beginning to gather in her mind, she would stop. She would close her eyes. She would simply notice the feeling of the air entering her lungs. She would simply notice the feeling of it leaving her body. She didn't try to change her breath or control it. She just observed it. This simple act became her anchor. It was a way to ground herself in the here and now, even if just for a few seconds. It was a reminder that in this very moment, she was okay. She also started to practice noticing the world around her again. On her walks, instead of being lost in her thoughts, she made a conscious effort to see. She would notice the intricate patterns on a leaf. She would listen for the sound of birdsong. She would feel the warmth of the sun on her skin. She would feel the coolness of the breeze on her skin. Healing is not a destination you don't just arrive at one day. It is a slow and gentle unfurling, like a flower opening its petals to the sun. For Maya, continuing her practice of letting go, she began to notice subtle but profound changes. Her shoulders' tension began to ease. She started sleeping more deeply, nights less troubled by racing thoughts. Still, moments of anxiety remained. Old overthinking would sometimes resurface, but now she had tools, meeting those moments with breath, meeting those moments with presence, meeting those moments with kindness. The The world began to look different, brighter, more vibrant. She reconnected with friends she'd pushed away. She could be present with them, truly listening to their stories, not lost in her own. She found joy in simple things again. The taste of morning coffee, rain on the window, the comfort of a soft blanket. These weren't new experiences. She was experiencing them anew, a less cluttered mind, a more open heart.